You're not to be so blind with patriotism that you can't face reality. Wrong is wrong, no matter who does it or says it. My alma mater was books, a good library. I could spend the rest of my life reading, just satisfying my curiosity. I'm for truth, no matter who tells it. I'm for justice, no matter who it is for or against. I'm a human being, first and foremost, and as such I'm for whoever and whatever benefits humanity as a whole. Education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. People don't realize how a man's whole life can be changed by one book. Sometimes you have to pick the gun up to put the gun down. To me, the thing that is worse than death is betrayal. You see, I could conceive death, but I could not conceive betrayal. If someone puts their hands on you, make sure they never put their hands on anybody else again. If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed, and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. You show me a capitalist, and I'll show you a bloodsucker. Usually when people are sad, they don't do anything. They just cry over their condition. But when they get angry, they bring about a change. Be peaceful, be courteous, obey the law, respect everyone, but if someone puts his hand on you, send him to the cemetery. The media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent, and that's power. Because they control the minds of the masses. So early in my life, I had learned that if you want something, you had better make some noise. We cannot think of being acceptable to others until we have first proven acceptable to ourselves. Hence I have no mercy or compassion in me for a society that will crush people, and then penalize them for not being able to stand up under the weight. Truth is on the side of the oppressed. If you have no critics, you'll likely have no success. If you're not ready to die for it, take the word freedom out of your vocabulary. We need more light about each other. Light creates understanding, understanding creates love, love creates patience, and patience creates unity. The ability to read awoke inside of me some long-dormant craving to be mentally alive. Don't be in a hurry to condemn because he doesn't do what you do or think as you think or as fast. There was a time when you didn't know what you know today. The only way we'll get freedom for ourselves is to identify ourselves with every oppressed people in the world. We are blood brothers to the people of Brazil, Venezuela, Haiti, Cuba, yes, Cuba too. To have once been a criminal is no disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace. A wise man can play the part of a clown, but a clown can't play the part of a wise man. Why am I as I am? To understand that of any person, his whole life, from birth must be reviewed. All of our experiences fuse into our personality. Everything that ever happened to us is an ingredient. How can you thank a man for giving you what's already yours? How then can you thank him for giving you only part of what is yours? You can't hate the roots of a tree and not hate the tree. The greatest mistake of the movement has been trying to organize a sleeping people around specific goals. You have to wake the people up first, then you'll get action. I don't even call it violence when it's in self-defense, I call it intelligence. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. I'm sorry to say that the subject I most disliked was mathematics. I have thought about it. I think the reason was that mathematics leaves no room for argument. If you made a mistake, that was all there was to it. Concerning nonviolence, it is criminal to teach a man not to defend himself when he is the constant victim of brutal attacks. In fact, once he is motivated, no one can change more completely than the man who has been at the bottom. I call myself the best example of that. And just because you have colleges and universities doesn't mean you have education. You don't have to be a man to fight for freedom. All you have to do is to be an intelligent human being. Nobody can give you freedom. Nobody can give you equality or justice or anything. If you're a man, you take it. Don't condemn if you see a person has a dirty glass of water, just show them the clean glass of water that you have. When they inspect it, you won't have to say that yours is better. Anytime you find someone more successful than you are, especially when you're both engaged in the same business, you know they're doing something that you aren't. You get your freedom by letting your enemy know that you'll do anything to get it. Then you'll get it. It's the only way you'll get it. As long as you are convinced you have never done anything, you can never do anything. One day, may we all meet together in the light of understanding. There is nothing in our book, the Quran, that teaches us to suffer peacefully. Our religion teaches us to be intelligent. Be peaceful, be courteous, obey the law, respect everyone, but if someone lays a hand on you, send him to the cemetery. I remember one night at Muzdalifah with nothing but the sky overhead. I lay awake amid sleeping Muslim brothers, and I learned that pilgrims from every land, every color, and class, and rank, high officials and the beggar alike all snored in the same language. It is only after slavery and prison that the sweetest appreciation of freedom can come. If you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. By any means necessary. True Islam taught me that it takes all of the religious, political, economic, psychological, and racial ingredients, or characteristics, to make the human family and the human society complete. There is no better than adversity. Every defeat, every heartbreak, every loss, contains its own seed, its own lesson on how to improve your performance next time. Read absolutely everything you get your hands on, because you'll never know where you'll get an idea from. I don't advocate violence, but if a man steps on my toes, I'll step on his. I was going through the hardest thing, also the greatest thing, for any human being to do, to accept that which is already within you, and around you. I'm a man who believes that I died 20 years ago. And I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.